So we've got some new packs in the shop. There's Purin's Daily Jackpot, and also Purin's Growth Pack 1 and Purin's Growth Pack 2. So as usual, we'll be going over the value of all of these packs, whether or not they're worth buying, and then at the end I'll probably buy a couple just for fun. So first up is Purin's Daily Jackpot, and these are all of the items in the chest, plus the relative, more or less, Skystone odds of these items, the odds of getting the items, and then this is just on average how much value you're getting from the item plus the total. So you can look at everything. There's all of the reset stones. These are the 88 ones, which I value as 800 because in the equipment dash pass you can simply buy 2 of them for 1600 total, so 800 each. So they're both 1800. And then for the accessory, the equipment one, this is half of the price of what it is in the Hue shop. If you want to value it full price, it'd be something more like this. But I'm just going to set it to half. And then for the Molagora, this one is also going to depend. It depends on whether or not you buy Molas from Huge when they're 500 or only when they're on sale for 250. Because if it's the latter, then it would be like this, and you can see it drops the average value by 6 Skystones. So it kind of depends what it is for you. For me, it's 250, so it's just going to be like this. And then there's the Conversion Gem chest, Substat Mod chest, that's set as 400. A leaf is 40 Skystones, so 10 leaves is 400, 5 leaves is 200, 3 leaves is 120. There's also the accessory and equipment gear chests, which really, the value of these is hard, because I would never, maybe not never, if they set it very, very cheap, I might buy them for Skystones, but technically, the accessory chest is maybe like, I have this set as like a 10th of the value of a conversion gem chest, even though it's probably a little bit higher. Because with the conversion gem chest, you're picking the set, and then you're picking the main stat. And this lets you pick the set and the piece, but not the main stat. But your main stat can still only be like one of 8 things, so it's kind of an eighth of the value of a conversion chest, but I just set it to a 10th. And then honestly, this equipment thing is like, this thing's value is not fantastic. You could honestly set it to 0. But you can see the value, the Skystone value of this kind of keeps on changing. It really does largely depend on how you value this Molagora, I would say. And it's not 50, let's set it to 500. It largely depends on how much you value the Molagora, because even if you set both of the gear chests to 0, if that Molagora is at 500, it's still kind of breaking even. So there's another problem, which is it breaks even, sure, but your value is largely RNG. Like, you're not always going to get something good. I'd say, like, odds are you're going to get something that's not good. A lot of these things are set to 0 because even though they're not 0 value, if I hit any of these things, I'd be kind of pissed off having spent Skystones, so they're basically 0 value. So since it's just barely breaking even, I would say you might want to not buy this unless you have a lot of Skystones, just because you could wait for things to come around to be guaranteed value. Because like you're breaking even on the leaves, but you could just exchange your Skystones for energy and be guaranteed to get the energy instead of potentially just getting charms or something, like greater charms. And also considering that this is daily, so we're going to have it every single day. 28 days is the duration. 300 Skystones per day is 8,400 Skystones, which is kind of a lot. So I wouldn't really buy this too much, just because even if you are going to buy, I wouldn't buy it too much, just because that's a lot of Skystones. So next up is Purin's Growth Pack 1. Purin's Growth Pack 1 gives you 10 leaves, and then 10 hero 4 to 5 star tickets, and 10 artifact 4 to 5 star tickets. So the 10 leaves is 400 Skystone value, which means that we have 1,200 Skystones for the other, well, for the 10 hero and 10 RD 4 to 5 star tickets to cover, which it's very hard to judge the value of these because it's pure RNG. You have an 80% chance to get at least 1 5-star from 10 4 to 5 star tickets. And the thing about the artifact is even if you completely whiff and you get all 4 stars, at least you got powder. So this one, I would say, really, it's, you know what you're getting into if you're buying this. Like, it's 4 to 5 star tickets. You're buying this to gamble. So buy this if you want to gamble. Now we can do Purin's Growth Pack 2, and this one's actually really good value, but there's a couple of things to mention for it. So it's 100 Cuff Bookmarks, 20 rolls. One roll in the Garo shop is about 70 Skystones, which means that 20 rolls is 1400 Skystone value. The 3 Molagoras, again, this depends. Are Molas 500 to you, or are they 250? So if they're 250, then it's like this. If they're 500, it's like this. Charms, no one cares about the charms. And then 15 Leafs is 600 Skystones value. So you can see with Molas set at 500, the value of this is really high. It's 3,500. And then if we set it back to 250, it's still above. The one thing to factor in though is even though these Cuff Bookmarks are worth 1,400 Skystones, this is assuming you're rolling in the Garo shop, but when you're rolling in the Garo shop, you also have a chance to hit Mystics. So 1,400 Skystones is about 5 Mystic rolls, and we could have the value for this, for example. Like, because we're missing out on so many Mystics, we can say this is actually just half the value. In which case, it only really becomes worth it if you value Molagoras highly. But if we're looking just at the value of the Cuff Bookmarks, ignoring the fact that you're missing Mystics from not spending these 1,400 Skystones in the Garo shop, then it's worth it regardless of what you have Molagoras at. So I would say that this one is actually really good value. It just kind of depends on what you're looking for. I'm probably going to be skipping it because I don't really care about Molas at all. Leafs, if I really wanted the energy, I would just buy the energy directly. And then the Cuff Bookmarks, I could take all of these Skystones and put them into the Cuff shop and also get Mystics while I'm at it. So I'll probably be skipping this one. So with that, let's get gambling. I'm going to buy this one 3 times just for fun. Okay, equipment chest. Sudden, that's kind of useless. 3 Leafs. Epic equipment chest. So that's horrible. Unfortunate. Now, let's take a look at this one, which is I'll be buying this one. And I'm not buying that daily one anymore. I just wanted to buy it once today. And then let us buy this one. And it is going to be in our mailbox. And we can see what we get. Well, first off, there's the Leafs, and let's do the hero one first. Skip. Sharoon. I think I got Elmo Sharoon from the headhunting, so I can't imprint her, I suppose. So we hit our 80% chance to get, well, at least 1 5-star. Could have been more. And now for the more important one, probably the artifacts. And we have nothing. So yeah, that's what you get for buying the RNG pack. It's just gambling. There was tag hells, at least. And this is going to be converted into, I suppose, 72 powder plus 1 tag hells. So that's it for the usual review of the Skystone packs. Hopefully this helped anybody who was on the fence about buying them. And yeah.